Alright guys, so in this video I promised that I would talk about how to write the equation of lines parallel or perpendicular when you are given an equation and a point. Alright, so biggest thing to remember, when we have parallel slopes, they are going to be the exact same. And I mean the exact same. The exact same. Like, I cannot stress this enough. They're the same. Perpendicular are going to be opposite reciprocals. Remember, opposite, we change our value. We go from positive to negative, or negative to positive. Reciprocal is when we're going to flip our number. Alright, so we're going to get into that in a second. So, we're going to start out. Also, I don't know why when I printed this, it printed in like red, so apologies for this weird looking text. Alright, but first two we are going to do are going to be parallel. The second two are perpendicular. Alright, so we want to write the equation of the line parallel to this given line that passes through this point. Alright, so first thing you want to do, you want to identify your old slope and your new slope. So off to the side. Our old slope, or our original slope, is 1/2. Right? And since we want the line parallel, again, this is the exact same slope. So our new slope has to match that exactly. Remember, we always use m to represent our slope. Alright? So your first step is finding your slopes. Second step, we're going to solve for our y-intercept. And how we're going to do that? We're going to plug in our new slope right here. This is slope-intercept form, everyone's best friend, right? We plug in our ordered pair. Wow, that highlighter definitely almost just colored over the entire number, so that's cute. Love that. Alright, so we plug in all of these values. We have 0 equals, our new slope is 1/2 times that x value is -2 plus b, that b is what we're solving for. So we have 0 equals 1/2 times -2 is the same thing as -2 divided by 2, right? -2 divided by 2 gives us -1, right? Now, to get b by itself, we have to add this 1 to both sides. So we get that b equals 1. That's our new y-intercept. Alright, so let me, how about I don't highlight that in purple? That might be a really great idea. Alright, so our new y-intercept for our new equation. So our last step is to plug in our new y-intercept that we just found, that b value, and our new slope. Right, that 1/2. Alright, so we have y equals 1/2 x plus 1. And that is a parallel line that passes through this point, and it's parallel to this original equation. Alright, let's do another one that's parallel, and then we'll go into perpendicular. So, first things first, right? Our old and our new slope. Our old slope is -4, and since it's parallel, our new slope is going to be exactly the same. Our new slope, that new m, is also going to be -4. Alright, so next step, we plug into y equals mx plus b to solve for our b value, that y-intercept. Alright, so out here, highlighting all of our important values because y'all know I love my colors, right? Okay, so when we substitute in, we have 4 equals -4. Our x value is 0 plus b. 0 times anything is just 0, so that whole thing goes away. So we're left with 4 equals b. That is our new y-intercept. And our last step, we plug into y equals mx plus b to get our equation, right? We plug in our y-intercept and our new slope. All right, so we have y equals -4x plus b. Ah, not plus b. Plus 4. Ah, plus 4. Sorry, guys. It's late. It's 6:30. It's past my bedtime. All right. So those are 2 examples of writing lines that are parallel. Up next, we're going to do lines that are perpendicular. All right. So remember, for perpendicular, opposite, reciprocal. Opposite, we change our sign. Reciprocal, we flip. All right. So we're going to go through the same process. First step, we identify our old slope, which is 2. And now we need to figure out what our new slope is going to be, right? And since it's perpendicular, again, opposite reciprocal. Since this was a positive, we know our new slope has to be negative. And so 2, you can really write that as 2 over 1, all right? And so when you flip that, think of, you take that fraction, flip it on its head, we get 1/2. So our new slope is 1/2, negative 1/2, all right? And again, the same process. We are going to go ahead and just plug right into y equals mx plus b. We plug in our new slope. We plug in our ordered pair. All right? I have so many highlighters going on right now. That's what this delay is. Trying to be consistent, like question to question. Oops, not that color. So that way it's easy to follow. All right? So when we plug in these values, we have -5 equals negative 1/2 times our x value is 1 plus b. We have -5 equals negative 1/2 times 1 is still just negative 1/2 plus b. We got to add this 1/2 to both sides. Throw this into a calculator, throw it into Desmos. I don't need you to be doing this fraction work in your head, all right? So that gives us b equals negative 9 over 2, if you want it as a fraction, or negative 4.5. All right, so that is our new y-intercept. Personally, I prefer fractions, especially for slope, but we've been over that. All right, so it's just whatever you're more comfortable with. So now our last step is actually writing our final equation. So remember, our new y-intercept value is that b. We plug in our new slope as well. All right, so our equation will be y equals our new slope, negative 1/2 x minus 9 over 2. All right, that was our y-intercept. Okay. All right, last one. Let's see, can I get this video done in under 10 minutes? TBD, we'll see. All right, again, our first step, identifying our old and new slope. Our old slope is a positive 1 over 4. That tells us our new slope, since our original was positive, is going to have to be negative. And we flip our fraction and we get negative 4. All right, let me... There we go. Okay, so next step, we plug in y equals mx plus b. All right. Oops. We have our colors. That's our m. Our x is negative 1. And our y is negative 4. Oops, that was some ugly highlighting. All right, so when we substitute in, we have negative 4 equals negative 4 times negative 1 plus b. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4, all right, plus b. Now, remember, we want to get b by itself, so subtract that 4 from both sides, and you get that b equals negative 8. All right, so that's our new y-intercept. All right, again, our last step. We're putting it all together to get our equation. So we have our b. We also know our new slope. All right, and when we put that together, we get y equals negative 4x minus 8. All right? So that is how you write the equations of parallel and perpendicular lines when you have been given an equation and a point. Hope this helps.